If it was your child and your child was exposed to naked men and women, would you allow that?
If it was part of a
Honestly,
ritual.
you don't deserve to be a parent,
Oh,
honestly,
No, no,
if
hold
that
on,
is the
hold
case.
on.
please don't
parent, bro.
reproduce. Have a
So
vasectomy, please. Guys, I'm sure you're aware of the catastrophe that's going on in Lebanon. I am raising money with a reliable charity, One Ummah. I will leave a link in the description. Assalamu alaikum, guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. The Mahakumbh Mela is a Hindu festival that takes place after 144 years. It is a festival that can attract up to 400 million devotees in a space of 6 weeks. Well, what's the reason that Hindus celebrate it? As always, there's a story involving multiple gods battling with demons that they've created who have gained more powers than them. The story goes that there was a cosmic battle between gods and demons over the pot of the nectar of immortality. The churning of the ocean was a collaborative effort, but when the nectar emerged, a fierce struggle ensued. To protect it from falling into the hands of the demons, either Jayant, the son of Indra, or Vishnu took it and went. The drops of nectar fell at 4 places, sanctifying the rivers at these locations and establishing them as sites for the festival. Well, there you have it. A story that leads to more questions than it answers. Seeing as this is the biggest gathering of human beings for a long time, I would have thought that the media would be delving into the practices and the traditions that are taking place. But upon looking at them myself, I realized why they're so quiet. The devotees travel from far and wide just so they can take a dip in the Ganges to rid their sins but gain many illnesses.
The Ganges is one of the world's most polluted rivers.
Oh, dear Jesus. You can smell it. How much sewage is coming out there right now?
150 million liters per day.
How many people's sewage is that?
1 million.
So that's the shit of 1 million people flowing into the Ganga every day.
Yeah.
And listen to the guy that's supposed to be cleaning it. He claims that the river cleans itself.
There's a persistent myth among the public and even scientists that the river is so holy, it's essentially self-cleaning.
I don't know if he's making an excuse as to why he's always at home and still getting paid, or if he's genuinely smoking something.
If you drink the water, then it will help in improvement of your health.
Whatever he's smoking, it should be banned. Humanity is not ready for it. The holiest people to attend this festival, and might I add the highlight of the festival, are the Naga sadhus, the naked holy men. They spend their time away from the people. However, this festival is the one time that they come in their droves, and yes, they are stark naked. And if that's not all, they smear themselves with human ash. And to make sure I'm not making it up, I asked a Hindu this. Majority of the ash that they cover themselves with, what is that ash?
I think it's ash of that they collect from the cremation ground.
Of who? Whose cremation?
Of humans, I believe, yeah.
Because I've been seeing some footage on the Indian media and they've had to, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say there's at least a few thousand, at least 3,000 to 4,000, and
Probably
they're all
more.
bunched up in one place and it's just willy after willy.
Probably more. I'm gonna agree to that.
And if that's not all, while they're stark naked, they're swinging around swords whilst the others cheer them on. Yesterday I was on the Dawah Wise live stream in which we were putting across our concerns of the festival to the Hindus just so we could get more context. And I found it incredibly worrying how much effort and how much convincing these Hindus required to accept how wrong it is for a man to show his ding-dong to a child. His excuse in a roundabout sort of way was, hey, the religious folk, what you gonna do, hey?
Would you want to expose your women and children to this grown-up man in his birthday suit?
Yeah, but people understand the reason behind them, right?
How will you explain that to a child?
This is child abuse. That's what it is. If
How that
you
child
are...
abuse?
1 second, I'll tell you why. That can scar a child for life. There's a reason why private parts are covered. There's a reason why pornography is illegal for minors. The reason being because their minds just cannot comprehend this stuff. So for you to justify and say, oh, you can just explain to a child, that goes against the ethic of any society in the 21st century. Like, is it okay for a child to see this? That's what I'm saying.
Again, at the very first, I said depends where and in what context.
To a Kumbh Mela,
Spiritual path, and Kumbh Mela is for all the spiritual paths to come.
oh, it's
right?
okay.
Yeah. Well, are they harming you in any way?
Yes, it's psychological harm.
What do you mean psychological harm?
According to any police on the planet, bro, it's called, here in the UK, we call it indecent exposure. That when a man exposes or a woman exposes their private parts to a child, you get slung head first into jail, bro. There's no if, there's no but. Well, there are buts with that man, but you get thrown straight to jail, mate.
I know. But the thing is indecent exposure. But this is spiritual path. You have to.
It doesn't matter what the reason is. It's still indecent exposure.
If their intentions are detached from the world,
How do you know anybody's intentions?
How do you know the intentions?
How do you know anybody's intentions?
then don't bring your child there. Then if you
This
you don't
is
want
a
them to
religious
expose,
festival.
if you don't want your kid to be exposed,
Bro, you can't say don't bring your kid there. This is something that happens after 144 years. People go to end their birth, death cycle. They go there to get their sins forgiven. Bro, you can't just say, yeah, just don't take your kids.
By the way,
What
it's
sort
not
of
only
religion is this that then
Yeah.
withhold certain people from attaining moksha just because certain grandpas are there that are getting, you know what I mean, excited
Yeah.
just because there's a
And
bit of
they're
water
blessed.
there. And some of the other points of the festival that stuck out for me was, and this is a clip that's going around of the wife of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, who's gone there to participate in this festival. And one clip in there, which is quite interesting, was they made it clear that she is not allowed to touch the shivling. The shivling is the private part, the front private part of their god Shiva.
Laureen also visited the Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi but wasn't allowed to touch the shivling, as Swami Kailash Anand explained his duty to uphold traditions and that anyone other than a Hindu cannot touch the shivling.
They didn't really make it clear if she actually wanted to do that, but either way, there you go. She's not allowed to do that. And if you are not a Hindu and you want to touch the private part of Shiva, according to these guys, you're not allowed to do it. And another clip that I think is worth sharing is this woman being harassed. Why? Because she looks like a Bollywood actress or a Hollywood actress, either Aishwarya Rai or Angelina Jolie, whichever one. So as you can see, she's clearly uncomfortable, but this guy is saying, hey, you're gonna get more Instagram followers. What you got to worry about, mate? And then he says, look, all of these men are chasing you and want to take pictures. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And there you have it, guys. Yeah, some of the things, because this is a 6-week-long festival, I think only a week's gone, there's going to be more emerging. But this is a 400 million strong festival of the Hindus, and you're going to see things like this. Yeah, just in case you wanted to go there with your kids. This apparently is supposed to be Kali. Yeah, Kali means black woman. So I don't know if blackface is okay now. In India, will the news be covering it? It's a demon goddess of theirs with skulls and a red tongue, I think, from the blood. It's just madness, mate. Yeah, madness going on in the dunya. There you have it. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.